Art. Pictures are very delightful to look at, and they are used to decorate rooms. Here we have a painter, and he's sitting down in front of his easel, and he paints an image. Here's the image he's painting, a portrait. And he uses a brush, and he paints the image on a canvas which is held in a frame. And he holds his palette. Here's the palette. It's a piece of wood, and he's got his colors on the palette. He holds it in his left hand, and these paints you can either buy in tubes or you can mix them yourself. And here's the boy grinding the paint. He grinds the very, very fine powder and mixes it with oil to make the paints. A sculptor or a carver carves statues, as you can see here. There's a bust, a portrait bust, and this is a statue. It looks a bit like Hercules. He was a very strong man. And this here is another man lying down here on his side. You can see his beard over there. And he carves these out of wood or stone. And then we have an engraver, and he cuts the image into a piece of metal. And he uses a graving chisel, or an engraving chisel, which you can see here, or a burin, which is also used to scratch into the metal directly. And he does this in wood, or in brass, or other metals. And in fact, the picture we're looking at right here in front of us is a woodcut. So these black lines that we can see were originally grooves cut into the wood, and then they get filled up with ink, and then paper gets put on top and squashed onto the top of the wood, and the image is transferred or carried across from the wood block onto the paper. And here's a picture on the wall. This one is a landscape. You can tell it's a landscape because it's got mountains, a river, trees, no people. If it's a portrait, it's got a person in the middle of it, like that.